indicated by the decal, and then operate a control valve in the desired direction. Do not operate this system for longer than 30 seconds, as continuous operation beyond 30 seconds will drain the battery and may damage the emergency power electric motor. To deactivate the emergency power, release the toggle switch. Platform operation. Now let's go over the controls located at the platform. It's important to remember that the control selector valve located at the ground controls must be in the upper position for the platform controls to be operable. The standard upper control station consists of an emergency stop valve, engine start-stop control, locking control levers, and a Unitrol single-stick control lever. Optional controls available may include 2-speed throttle control, jib winch control, and emergency power control. Hydraulic tool power is standard on the VST 7500. The emergency stop valve is labeled push for emergency stop. When pushed in, this stops all lift functions and hydraulic tool power in the event of a lift control malfunction or other emergency. When the emergency stop valve is pulled out, the platform controls and tool power once again become functional. The engine start-stop control is operated by an air cylinder plunger with a black knob labeled Engine. To start the engine, push and hold the control knob down until the engine starts. If the engine does not crank, repeat the operation until the engine starts. Again, the VersaLift power switch must be activated and the truck ignition be in the run position before the engine can be started from the platform. To stop the engine, simply push the knob down again and release. The locking control levers operate the platform leveling, platform rotation, and lower boom functions. To operate, pull up on the locking collar and move the lever in the desired direction as indicated by the decal. The speed of the function depends on the position of the control lever. To stop the function, simply move the controller back to the neutral position and release the locking collar. The Unitrol single-stick controller is a multi-jointed handle that enables you to operate 3 boom functions that include the outer boom, raise and lower, inner boom extend and retract, and rotation clockwise and counterclockwise. To operate the single-stick controller, squeeze the safety trigger located under the control handle and gradually move the lever in the desired direction as indicated by the decal. The speed of the function depends on the position or amount of handle deflection. To stop the function, simply return the control to the neutral position and release the safety trigger. 2 or more functions can be operated at the same time. However, for new or inexperienced operators, we recommend that they concentrate their initial efforts on learning to operate each lift function separately and refrain from operating the lift movements at full speed. Speed and smoothness of the lift movement are controlled by the operator's ability to feather the control valves with the single stick handle. Regular practice and experience will prove invaluable in developing the operator's proficiency in maneuvering the lift. The tool power control is operated by a selector valve with a black knob and is labeled Tool Power. It is used to engage and disengage the hydraulic tool power at the platform. Simply push the knob up to engage tool power and push down to disengage. It's also important to remember to always disengage the tool power by pushing the knob down prior to connecting or disconnecting the tool hoses, as a high-pressure hydraulic spray may result. The optional emergency power system is operated by an air cylinder plunger labeled Emergency Power. To activate, simply push and hold the emergency power control knob down while operating the desired lift function. Simply release the control knob to stop the emergency power motor. Again, it's important to remember that the system must not be operated continuously for longer than 30 seconds. Optional throttle control is operated by an air cylinder plunger knob labeled Throttle. To operate the throttle control, simply push the knob down once and release. This will gradually increase the engine speed. Pushing down again returns the engine back to an idle speed. The jib, pole, and winch is used to lift loads from the ground up to the work site at the platform. If your unit is equipped with this feature, the main component includes a jib pole line lifting assembly and a winch with a rope and clevis hook, and is mounted on the line lifting socket near the platform. The hydraulic winch provides the power necessary to lift material, with the maximum capacity being dependent on the material handling capacity option. The jib pole assembly is designed to automatically level with the platform without any manual adjustments. When not in use, the jib pole or the entire jib winch assembly can be easily removed to clear the platform area for other tasks. If your unit is equipped with a manual jib and winch, the jib pole can be adjusted from 0 to 50 degrees at 10-degree increments between 6 pinhole positions. To change the tilt of the jib pole, simply support the initial position with your hands or shoulder and remove the lock pin from the index hole in the turret. Align the desired hole, degree or tilt, and insert the lock pin so that the steel locking ball on the shaft supports the pin. The jib pole must not be supporting a load while performing this operation. The jib pole assembly can also be rotated between several convenient load lifting positions to accommodate the load. To rotate the jib pole assembly, simply remove the lock pin from the index hole on the turret. Rotate the jib pole to the desired position and align the index hole with the lower support weldment. Next, insert the lock pin, verifying that the steel locking ball on the locking pin is secure. Again, the jib pole assembly must not be supporting a load during this operation. There are 2 control valves for operation of the winch. At the turret, the winch control valve is located with the other turret control valves. To operate the winch from the turret controls, the control selector lever must be in the lower position. The control at the platform is separate from the other controls. A decal indicates which direction to move the lever to raise and lower the load. The jib winch lifting capacity is determined by the angle of the outer boom, inner boom extension, and jib pole tilt angle. For example, on the VST 7500, with the outer boom angle in the red zone as identified by the angle indicator and the inner boom extended but only showing the white painted area, the jib capacity would be 300 pounds. This will differ based on your model VST and material handling capacity option you have on your unit. It is important that the operator and ground crew be familiar with capacities and precautions required to operate the winch. Winch operation requires constant attention and inspection. We strongly recommend that you refer to your operator's manual and the decals and indicators on your machine for more detailed operating information and safety-related precautions regarding the operation of the jib pole and winch assembly. Let's talk safety. Contact with or inadequate clearance from power lines and apparatus can cause death or serious injury. The operator must maintain safe clearances from electrical power lines in accordance with applicable government regulations and allow clearance for boom, platform, and electrical line sway and deflection. The VST 7500 aerial has an I designation in the model number to indicate the unit is an insulated machine. The insulation capabilities of these aerial lifts are defined by the rated line voltage as indicated by the ANSI A92.2 data plate located on the pedestal. Although these models provide insulated booms, no aerial lift can provide protection from contact with or proximity to an electrically charged power line when you are in contact with or in proximity to another power line. It is the responsibility of both the operator and ground crew to know and understand the capabilities of the aerial lift and hazards associated with operation near electric lines or components. Due to the nature of the work, Aerial lifts often place the operator and ground crew in the vicinity of electrical lines and equipment where grave danger exists.